So let's start with some neck circles. So real nice and slow, moving your neck in one direction. Let's do about 5 in one direction and then we'll switch. Make sure you're keeping your posture tall while you do this. And then let's go the other direction. And then keeping your posture up tall, let's do some head turns to the side. And I want you to try to coordinate your breathing as you do this. So as you inhale, look to the left. And as you exhale, look to the right. Inhale, look left. Exhale, look right. Inhale, turn left. Exhale, right. Each time, try to turn a little bit further. Inhale, right, or excuse me, left. Exhale, right. One more. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Now let's switch into looking up and looking down. And to coordinate your breathing, let's inhale as we look up. And then exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Very good. Let's do a couple overhead reaches. Keep up with that coordinated breathing. Inhaling as you bring your arms up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one. We are going to get into some of our power moves. We're going to do a vertical flow with them today, but I just want to refresh those moves with everyone so that you know what we're doing. So for the first move, the power up, we're leaning forward and then you're stretching your arms back wide. My fingertips are wide. I'm pushing my chest forward. Let's hold this stretch here for a moment. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, try to push your hands back further. Open that chest wider. Let's do 5 more power ups. Coming down. Each time, try to stretch to that end range. 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. And down. 5. So our next power move is the power rock. So for this move, we're reaching up and across, straightening out that same leg, looking up at your hand. Let's hold this stretch for a moment. Look up at your fingers, spread your fingers wide. Exhale and stretch. Reset in the middle, and let's reach to the other side. Same thing, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, try to deepen how far you're reaching. Try to stretch a little bit further. Let's do that 6 times, going side to side. Each time trying to reach just as far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then our next power move is that power twist. So we start with our arms wide, and then you turn and clap. And again, let's hold this here so that we can deepen that stretch. As you exhale, try to push your front hand into your back hand and twist further. Open back up, and then let's twist to the other side. Turn and twist, and again, use that front hand to try to deepen your stretch towards the back, away from the camera. Let's do 6 power twists here, each time trying to twist just as far as you just did. 1, open, 2, open, 3, open, 4, open, 5, open, 6. All right, and then our last power move is the power step. So we're taking an exaggerated step out to the side with your hand and your foot, stepping back in, and then repeating on the other side. Let's do 6 of these together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to refresh all these moves in standing as well. So stand on up, and if you want a little bit of support, you can always stand behind your chair so that this is in front of you and you can hold on as much as you need to. The power up and standing looks almost identical to the one that we did sitting, where we're doing a mini squat, bending our knees and reaching forward a little bit with our hands, and then power up, straighten that chest up. Let's do 5 of the power up and standing. So we'll come down, 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, and 5. For our power rock, I make my feet a little bit wider for this one. And instead of reaching across our body, we're reaching up to the side, and I'm making one long line with my opposite arm and leg, looking up at my fingers, spreading my fingers wide. Let's do 6 of this move, going back and forth, but pausing in the middle. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Our power twist, again, looks similar to our seated version, starting wide and then turning to pivot. What you want to remember, though, is to really pivot on this back foot. My back foot is pivoting as I twist. Let's do 6 of this move, alternating side to side, but stopping in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then our last power move, I'm going to start with my feet together for this one. I'm taking a power step, kind of at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to add that arm reach, stepping all the way back into the middle, and then stepping to the other side. Let's do 6 of this move together, alternating which foot you're stepping with. Make sure that you're only stepping out as far as that you can step in with one step. If it takes you a couple of steps to get back in, don't quite step as far. You want it to be controlled. All right, 6 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we're going to put these into a vertical power flow today. So we've done power flows where we're coordinating, doing one move after another. Or if this is your first time with us today, that's exactly what a power flow means. Instead of repeating as we just did, we'll do 1 power up followed by 1 power rock, 1 power twist, and 1 power step. And it requires us to have to think about what we're doing next. So it takes a lot of coordination. Doing it in a vertical flow today, we're going to alternate between doing it in sitting and then in standing. So for example, if I'm starting from the top, I'm going to sit down and do 1 power up, and then I'm going to move into standing and do 1 power up and standing. And then the way I'm going to have us work through this flow is instead of just repeating the power up, we're going to next go to the power rock. And again, I'll do 1 in sitting on each side, and then I'll move into standing and do one power rock and standing on each side. Then I would sit back down and do the same thing for our power twist and for our power step. I'm gonna have us repeat this flow 10 times in total. So follow along with me. I'm gonna start really slow. As we get through some of those repetitions, I might speed up a little bit, but you can always go at your own pace if I'm moving too quickly for you. Okay, so we're gonna start in sitting, and we'll start with that power up, once in sitting, then in standing, then next to the power rock, and work our way through the moves. Okay, let's get started. So we have one power up, move into standing, one power up, back to sitting. We're into our power rock, back up into standing, power rock. Next up is our twist, power twist, stand up, power twist. Our last power move is that step, power step, and stand up, power step. All right, back to the top. We're going back to that power up, stand up, power up. Power rock is next. Power rock, stand up, power rock. Next we have our twist, power twist, stand up, power twist, and power step, stand up, power step. I'm already getting confused. I can't remember if that was our second or third. We'll call that our third. Back to the top, power up. Next to our power rock, stand up, power rock. Open, power twist, stand up, power twist, and twist, and step together, stand up, step together. We're calling that one 4. Back to the top, down, up, and down, up. Power rock. Twist, stand up, twist, open, twist, step together, step together. Okay, we are halfway done. Same pattern, working through that power flow. Power up, stand up, power up, power rock, stand up, power rock, open, twist, open, twist, power step together, and step together. That's number 6. Power up, power rock, open, twist, and twist. Step together. Good job. That was number 6. Down, up, power up, power rock, stand, power rock, open, twist, open, twist, twist, open, twist, step together, step together, step together, step together. Okay, I'm calling this the last one that we're gonna do. Power up and power up, power rock, power rock, power rock, power rock, open, twist, open, twist, open, twist, open, twist, step together, step together, and step together, step together. Nice job, everybody. We'll finish a little early. 10 felt very long on those. Great work with that coordination. We are going to get into our circuits next. So grab a drink if you want to. I'm going to start to demo these next few exercises. So we'll do the first circuit in standing, and then our second circuit will be on our mats today. So the first exercise of our circuit is a 3-direction lunge. So for the 3 directions, you can stand next to your chair to hold on if you want some support, because I'm lunging forward and I'm stepping together, and then I'm lunging to the side, and then I'm lunging backwards. So I'm going to keep the weight on one leg for our first minute. So I'm using my left leg first. So let me just clarify that as I step forward, I'm going to use that left leg to lunge forward. I'm lunging onto my left side. And then when I go backwards, I'm going to step back with my right leg so that my weight stays on my left in the front. So lunging forward, side, and back. If you get mixed up on which foot is stepping backwards, no big deal. The main idea with this one is just we're getting 3 directions. And then next time you do that minute, face the other way or put your chair on the other side, and we'll lunge with the opposite foot. Our second exercise is another little bit of coordination. I'm going to have you do 10 marches with opposite arm and leg. After we do 10, we're going to do 2 body weight squats. And then we're going back to our marches, but instead of doing 10, we're going to do 9. And then we'll go to our 2 squats. And then we're going to work our way down. Then we'll do 8 marches and 2 squats, 7 marches and 2 squats. So always flipping back and forth between a set of marches and then your 2 squats. But every time you go back to your marches, you're doing 1 count less. Okay? We're doing still a minute for our intervals. So just get through as many as you can. And then our third exercise for this circuit, I'm going to use my weight for. This is going to be a wall squat with my steering wheel. So I have a weight out in front of me that I'm using as my steering wheel. I'm going to get into a wall sit, and then I'm going to turn my steering wheel one direction and then the other direction, and then sit back up or stand back up. Get into a wall sit. My hands are out in front of me. Twist the weight one direction, twist the weight the other direction, and then stand back up. And if you don't have a weight, you can hold your water bottle on either end, just so you have your hands facing each other so that you can twist one direction and then the other. Or if you don't have weights, you can just kind of hold your hands out in front of you like that. Those are our 3 exercises. We're going to do a minute on and 30 seconds off. And we're going to repeat it once. So go ahead and get yourself set up so that you're next to your chair. We have our 3 direction lunges first. We're going to stick to the same leg for our first minute. And it looks like most people are about ready. Give you a few more seconds to get set up. I'll turn my phone volume on so you can hear the timer as well. Okay, everybody, let's get started. So we're lunging forward, lunging to the side, and then lunging backwards. Lunging forward, to the side, and backwards. If you don't need your hand to hold on to, you can just kind of keep your hands in front of you or even at your sides. I kind of like to keep them in front of me because it helps me keep my balance. But you can always keep one hand here for some support. We are halfway done already. As you're doing your lunges, make sure you're keeping your posture up tall. And if you have pain, only go where it's comfortable. You're in control of how far down you go. 10 seconds to go. All right, 30 seconds to rest. And then we're doing our march and squat. So as a reminder, we're starting with 10 marches in a row, opposite arm and leg. After I do my 10 marches, I have 2 squats. And then I go back to my marches, but then I'm doing 9 marches. Each time I'm going to do 1 march less. About 5 seconds to get ready. And let's start. So 10 marches. And then I have 2 squats. Now I'm only doing 9 marches. And then 2 squats. Now I'm on to 8 marches. And 2 squats. Down to 7. And 2 squats. 6. 10 seconds left. And rest. So whatever number march you got to this time, your goal is to beat it next time. See if you can get down to 1 march less on our next interval of that. So grab your weight and find a wall. Next exercise is that wall sit with our steering wheel twist. You have about 10 seconds to get ready. Okay, so we're gonna do a wall sit, twist one direction, the other, and stand back up. Wall sit, clockwise, counterclockwise, and back up. We'll repeat this for the full minute. We are halfway done. Ten seconds to go. All right, great work, everyone. 30 seconds to rest and grab a drink. We are doing our 3 direction lunges with the other leg this time. So either facing the other direction if you're using your chair, or turn your chair to the other side. You don't have to use your chair, but it's there for some backup if you want a little bit of support. Couple seconds to get ready. And let's begin. So lunging forward, to the side, and back. Using your opposite leg this time. Forward, side, and back. Where your hands can kind of be in front of you or down at your sides. As long as you're keeping your posture up tall, it's the most important piece. Twenty seconds to go. Go work, everybody. All All right, 30 seconds to rest. Next, we are doing the march with our squats. So we're going to start with 10 marches and then do 2 squats. Each time you go back to marches, we're doing 1 less. So whatever number marches you got to last time, my goal for you is to do 1 set less or 1 set more so that you get down to a lower march. About 4 seconds to get ready and begin. So 10 marches to get started. 2 squats and then down to 9. See if you can get down to that lower number of marches this time. Twenty seconds. Nice work, everybody. Take a break. We have 1 more exercise. This is going to be our wall sit with that twist to each direction. So grab your weight for this, or you can just have your hands out in front of you. About 14 seconds to get ready. All right, last exercise of this circuit. Let's begin. Good job. You're about halfway done. Okay, take a break. Nice job, everybody. That is our first circuit. Grab some water. This next circuit, we are going to use our mats for. So I'm going to get my mat out. And you do not have to join me yet. I'm just going to start to demo these next 3 exercises. So just make sure you can keep an eye on the camera. So this first exercise is a tricep dip. We can do it in a couple different ways. If you're going to do it on the mat, you want to face your hands towards your feet. And then it's kind of just a lean back. So I'm leaning back to bend my elbows and then straightening my elbows out. Bending my elbows and then straightening them out. You can also do this from the edge of your chair. I'm going to go sideways so you can see. So that my hips are off the edge and I do a dip to let my elbows bend. The hard part about this is not letting your legs do the work, making it all come from your arms. So that's the first exercise. The second one is going to be a bridge with an alternating leg kick. So for a bridge, I'm going to lift my hips up and then I'm going to alternate taking one leg out and then the other while I'm maintaining a bridge. Okay? That's the second exercise. And then the third one is going to be a crab walk. So we're kind of incorporating those 2 exercises that we just did together. Where you have to use your glutes and your tricep muscles to help you hold this position to do a crab walk forward and then a crab walk backwards. And we're going back to last week or the week before when we were practicing that crawling using your opposite hand and leg. When you're doing this crab walk, see if you can coordinate so that you're moving the opposite hand and leg together as you move. Maybe it's enough challenge on its own to do one at a time, and that's totally fine too. But see if you can do that same pattern where I'm gonna move my opposite hand and then my opposite foot, my opposite hand and then my opposite foot. So really thinking through the sequencing of how you're moving, even if you're not moving your hand and leg at the same time, can you coordinate that sequence so that you're doing, for me, it would be my right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot. So just food for thought as you're doing that. Make a conscious effort with the coordination of it. So let's get started with these. We're gonna do 2 rounds, 1 minute on and 30 seconds off. So make your way down to the ground or find your edge of your seat so you can do your tricep dips. So again, my hands are pointing towards my feet and it's kind of just a lean. I'm leaning back and then straightening my elbows out. Okay, let's get started here. So I'm leaning back and straightening my elbows. My knees stay bent. Trying to do all the work from those triceps. You could also do this in sitting on a couch. Moving back. We are halfway done, everyone. $15 seconds to go. Keep it up. My arms are burning too. And rest. Good work. 30 seconds to rest, and then we get a break from our arms. We get to do our bridge. So for the bridge, you want to keep your hips elevated when you do that alternating leg raise. But anytime if you need a break, go ahead and sit your hips down to take a break. And whenever you're ready, lift them up again. We have about 10 seconds to get ready here. And begin. So lift up into a bridge. And then we're alternating, taking one leg and then the other. Trying to remain in that bridge as long as you can. And you don't have to do a march, it's just straightening your knees straight out in front of you. Good work, everyone. Good job, keep it up. And relax. Awesome work. Our last exercise of this circuit is that crab walk. So we're wanting to coordinate an opposite arm and leg movement together. But if they're not moving together, still try to sequence them so that you're going to move your opposite arm and then your opposite leg, then your other arm and then that opposite leg. So really working on coordination. So I'm going to start at the back of my mat. We have a couple seconds and let's begin. At any time, if you need to sit your hips down, take a break. Good job, everybody. Think about doing slow steps, slow and big. You can always do one arm or leg at a time. There are 20 seconds left. And relax. Good work, everyone. We have 30 seconds to rest, and then we have one more round of those exercises. You're doing an awesome job. I know these are tough. So our first exercise we're going back to is that tricep dip or that tricep lean back. About 5 seconds to get ready. Hands are pointing towards your feet. And begin. Elbows bend. Then you straighten your elbows back up. Go to an elbow bend and straighten the elbow. Try to let all of it come from your elbows so that your core isn't really helping much. It's all coming from your arms. Ten seconds to go. Good work. Awesome. And take a break. 30 seconds to rest. Let those arms relax. It's a lot of pressure on them. Next, we're doing our bridge. So it's just a leg exercise. We're doing a bridge with that alternating knee extension, alternating leg kick forward. About 10 seconds to get ready. And begin. So you'll lift up into a bridge and then alternate kicking one leg out and then the other. Good work, everybody. 5 seconds. Good job. Take a break. Our last exercise is back to that crab walk. This is a hard one. You can, if you find that you are really struggling to get the opposite arm and leg, you don't even necessarily have to lift your hips up. You can move your opposite arm and leg and then scoop. Opposite arm and leg and then scoop. That's another option if you need to make it a little bit easier. It's more about the coordination than anything. So let's begin. Opposite arm and leg, or doing that coordination where you're moving your opposite hand and then your opposite leg. Or my other option that I'll show you is I'm going to move my arm and leg and then scoop. Move my arm and leg, scoop. This is another option if you need to make it more doable. We have 20 seconds to go, everybody. Awesome. Take a break, grab some water, and then we're gonna be back on the ground to do our power moves. But grab some water first, take a breather. Nice job with those. So we are gonna get set up for our power moves in supine today. You're laying on our back. You can do any or all of these in your chair if you are not comfortable laying down on the ground. And they're gonna be the same power moves that we started with today. So I'm gonna give everyone another 30 seconds to a minute to make their way back. And then we'll get started. These power moves that we do on our mats are so important to maintain our mobility, getting in and out of bed. So even if you're not doing them with us in class today, try them in your bed later today, before you go to sleep, or tomorrow before you get up in the morning. They are so helpful for your mobility. All right, looks like most people are back. So I'm gonna get set up for our first move for the power up. And for the power up, it's activating all of our posture muscles on the backside of our body. So my arms and legs are straight, and I'm gonna push through my hands and push through my feet to lift my chest up and lift my hips up. Even if you're not lifting very high, it's all about activating those muscles that help us maintain our tall posture. So try one of these. I want you to lift and let's hold it. So let's hold this for 5 seconds. Lift, and we'll hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is the muscle activation that we're really targeting with this. Let's do 12 of these. Why don't we count the months of the year? So how about we start with April and we'll end with March, since we just had a new month today. So this first one will be April that we count. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 3 more, January, February, and March. Good, so our next move is our power rock. So this is reaching over and across. I think about it like I'm getting leverage through my one hand and same leg to start to initiate that roll. And then I'm getting leverage through my other side to kind of start to twist, start to roll. If you're seated, as a reminder, you're reaching up and across to one side, resetting, and then reaching up and across to the other side. That's the move you'll do as we're doing this down on the ground. So let's do 10 on each side. Why don't we count up by 4s as we do this? So we'll do 20 altogether, 10 on each side. So this first one will be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, and 80. Nice job. Next is our power twist. So we start with arms wide, then we're going to turn to clap. Keep the hand that you're twisting towards flat on the ground so that you bring your top hand all the way to it. Open and reset in the middle, and then twist to your other side. If you're seated, we're doing the same move in sitting, twisting from side to side. So let's do 10 on each side as well for this one. Why don't we count backwards from 20? We'll start at 20 and we'll end at 1. So we'll do our first one here. This is 20. Open. 19. Open. 18. Open. 17. Open. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good work. Go ahead and bend your knees up for our last power move. This is our power step. We're going to do a power step and then scoot our hips to the side, like we're scooting over in bed. So to do this move, I'm going to step both feet out to the side, and then I'm going to scoot my hips out to the side too. Then I'll step both feet back into the center and scoot my hips back into the center. If you're in sitting, you're doing that power step where you're stepping one or both feet out to the side and then back in. So let's do 10 scoots, 5 to each side. So step both feet out towards the side and scoot, and then step both feet back in and scoot. 1, step to the other side, step and scoot, step to the middle. That's 2, step out and scoot, step in. This is 3, step out and scoot. In 4, step out, scoot. In 5, step out, scoot. Step in. 6, step out. 7, step in. Step out and scoot. Step in. This is 8. 2 more. Step out. Scoot. Step in. 9. Step out. Scoot. And in. This is 10. Good work, everybody. Let's make our way back up to our chair and we'll do a little cool down. Make our way back up, grab some water if you need it. Give everyone a moment to get back. I'll just finish with a couple stretches here. So we'll get started, and then if people are still making their way, they can jump in when they're back to their chair. Let's start with a shoulder stretch. So bring one arm across your body, use the other one to pull it towards you. Let's hold this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring your ear towards your shoulder. Let's stretch out your neck. Gently pull with one hand, and then your opposite hand will tuck behind your back. So hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch arms. And bend your head to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten one leg out in front of you and bend forward at your hips until you feel a pull in the back of your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift one leg up across your hip. Lean forward. You should feel a pull in the back of your hip. We'll hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lastly, let's open up our side here. So reaching up and overhead, leaning onto that knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a great Monday, everyone. Nice exercising with you today, and I will see you next week.